What happens to the human body during cremation is a question many people have, especially as cremation has become more common around the world. While the process is often discussed in emotional or cultural terms, it also follows a defined and carefully controlled procedure. Understanding how cremation works can help clarify what takes place during this final stage of funeral care. Cremation is a method of final disposition that uses intense heat to transform the body into basic elements. The process takes place in a specially designed furnace known as a cremation chamber, sometimes called a retort. These chambers are built to withstand extremely high temperatures and are operated under strict procedures by trained professionals in funeral facilities or crematoriums. Before cremation begins, the body is placed in a simple container made of combustible materials such as wood or cardboard. This container allows the body to be safely moved and respectfully placed into the cremation chamber. Once the chamber door is closed, the system gradually raises the internal temperature to levels typically ranging between 760 and 980 degrees Celsius. At these temperatures, the soft tissues of the body are exposed to intense heat. The high temperature causes the tissues to break down and vaporize through a process driven by heat and airflow within the chamber. Oxygen circulating through the system helps maintain combustion and ensures that the process occurs in a controlled and efficient manner. During cremation, most of the body's organic materials are reduced through heat and oxidation. This transformation does not occur instantly. The process usually takes between 1 and 3 hours, depending on factors such as body size, the container used, and the specific operating conditions of the cremation chamber. When the cremation cycle is complete, what remains inside the chamber are primarily bone fragments. These fragments are allowed to cool before being carefully collected by the cremation operator. Any remaining metal objects, such as surgical implants or medical devices, are typically separated from the fragments during this stage. The bone fragments are then placed into a specialized machine known as a cremulator. This device gently processes the fragments into a fine, sand-like consistency that most people recognize as ashes. The resulting material is light gray or pale in color and is composed mainly of calcium compounds from the bones. Once processing is complete, the cremated remains are placed into a temporary container or an urn chosen by the family. Families may keep the urn, place it in a columbarium, bury it in a cemetery, or scatter the ashes in a location that holds personal meaning, depending on cultural traditions and personal wishes. Cremation practices vary across cultures, religions, and legal systems. In many regions, cremation has become increasingly common due to factors such as cost, environmental considerations, and changing funeral traditions. Despite these differences, the technical process of cremation remains largely consistent across modern crematorium facilities. For many families, cremation is part of a broader process of remembrance and farewell. Funeral services, memorial gatherings, or private ceremonies may take place before or after the cremation itself. These rituals provide space for reflection, mourning, and honoring the life of the person who has passed. From a scientific perspective, cremation is a controlled thermal process that transforms the physical body into mineral remains. While the emotional meaning of death varies widely between individuals and cultures, the biological and physical processes involved in cremation follow predictable and carefully managed procedures. Understanding the cremation process can help clarify what occurs during this stage of funeral care. While science can describe the physical transformation that takes place, the meaning people attach to death, remembrance, and legacy remains deeply personal and shaped by cultural and spiritual beliefs. From a scientific perspective, cremation is a controlled thermal process that transforms the physical body into mineral remains. While science can explain the physical changes that occur, the deeper meaning of death, memory, and legacy remains a question that every culture and every person answers differently. If you found this explanation helpful and want more videos that decode the questions people think about but rarely get clear answers to, make sure you subscribe to Black Op and turn on notifications. New videos explore the science, mysteries, and realities behind the questions we all ask.